Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of NFI Hammer, where we're following my beginner journey into everything Warhammer 40K. In this episode, we will be unboxing a Leviathan box. Now, you've probably watched heaps of content creators do this, but I thought it'd be interesting to see someone who's a complete beginner in this hobby and what my sort of initial takes on it. I've never bought anything this expensive for Warhammer. My closest box was like a small recruit edition one, so I'm pretty excited. I can feel the weight of it, it's pretty heavy. So let's get stuck into it. So as I said before, it's a pretty heavy box, like the weight of it really took me back. I was not expecting it to feel that hefty. So opening it up, there's this cardboard poster that's right there ready for you to use. Didn't know it was included in the box, so it's pretty cool. I don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe I'll use it in the background of some of my videos or something, I'm not sure. And holy moly, is that a lot of plastic. I did not expect that much to be there. So this is from the giant mech thing, I think Terminator or something it's called. I don't have very many Space Marines, but it has a really cool base there. Really interesting. Out of all the Ultramarines, these are like the ones that I would have definitely wanted to paint that model. Unfortunately, I have decided to sell my Marine half and just focus on the Tyranids, because with the Tyranids and the Necrons that I've been doing, I feel like I'm going to be very busy. There's some cool brain texture there, that's interesting. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have my hands full with the Necrons from the Imperium magazine and the Tyranids from this box. That's a cool axe there, it's very interesting. As I'm separating the two factions, I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to paint some of these, because the models actually look really good. There seems to be heaps of detail in each of them, like the tails and claws and stuff are very well detailed compared to some of the Necrons that I've been working on in my previous videos. So yeah, it's pretty overwhelming, I guess, as a beginner to see all of this and trying to imagine how long. I can't imagine someone buying this box and planning on painting both factions. But we shall see how long it takes me. If I'm doing a video a week for each kind of model, it's going to take some time. But yeah, as I said, the models here are really well put together, and I love the base details they've done on these, and the wings and the Tyranid creatures. I think that's going to be a really interesting challenge for someone like me that's not very good. And yeah, there's heaps of cool flamer weapons and everything as well. But yeah, these I can't even imagine painting them, but I guess we'll find out. And again, some more marine stuff. So once all the plastic was out of the way, there's another poster, cardboard, and that's just got the Warhammer logo on it. So that'd be pretty cool for when I'm assembling models and stuff like that. I can use that as a placemat. And then this book. So this book is super heavy. The camera is too close because the size of this box is too large. But it doesn't really show you just how big it is. But it's a giant, I think it's something like 300 pages long. And I'm trying very carefully not to like rip it off here. And this is one of the things I was kind of most excited about getting the box, because as I said before, I don't really haven't started doing any Tyranid stuff, but I really wanted to get into like all the rules, how the combat patrols work, how the crusades work, and I've never really got anything like this. I've never had a codex or anything before, so I really wanted to get my hands on this. So the book has so much information in here, it's going to take me a very long time to go through and read it all and process it all. But yeah, it'll definitely keep me busy for some time. It's also got some different pictures of models for inspiration of different painting and stuff like that, some concept art. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. It also had this other booklet in it, and I found out that this is all the models that come into the box and how to assemble each of them. So I'm definitely going to have to follow this very carefully and try and not make any mistakes when I'm assembling the Tyranid half. So there's a lot of models in there. I think it's something like 26 Tyranid models that I've got now. And so let's see what's left in the box. So we've got this thing, they're doing some sort of competition to see if Tyranids beat the Marines. And there's also a Marines transfer sheet. So that will go to the lucky owner of the Marines half. So these are the largest bases I've ever seen before. Like even my largest, Doomstalker model wasn't on a base that big. So I can't even imagine the size. And look at how many normal size bases are in there as well, which is kind of crazy. And then I was kind of expecting some dice or rulers or something. It's not really kind of newbie friendly. Lucky I've had that in my Recruit Edition box, but yeah, it's a bit disappointed that it didn't really come with anything. And then Artemis, the agent of chaos, has decided that this should be his box, and that I spent too much time looking at it and not enough time looking at him, so he's kind of injected himself into this video. So this is the mission deck, so it comes with way more cards than I expected. And then at the back there was something cardboardy and hard, so I was just trying to find it. And there's some tokens, which is pretty good because I've been wanting to play my first game of 40k, and I've been organising with a friend to get that sorted, and one thing that I didn't have is the tokens. You can see my earlier videos, I've been trying to build up some terrain and build up my Necron army to battle, and hopefully that's the last straw that I need to have everything. Now I've got the rulebooks as well, and I've printed off some of the data sheets, and so hopefully I'm all good to go. This box has completed that. Sorry Artemis, I'm going to move you out of the way. So yeah, let's reviewing what's in the box. There's a lot of plastic, an insane amount, and then a lot of book, and that's kind of it. It was a, definitely an interesting experience opening something like this. I kind of get why people like to get these launch boxes for new editions. Also, because I've managed to offload the half of the box of the models, it actually hasn't ended up being that expensive for me, because I don't really want to fully commit to a Tyranid army, but I did really want to get the rule book and stuff, so I feel like this is probably a good way for me to have entered into the 10th edition. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, consider leaving a like or a subscribe or a comment. All of it's totally free and you can undo it at any time. Anyway, let me know what you thought of this style of video, if there's something that you're interested in. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.